Asheru. I'm here at the Bunch International Center. We just had an awesome Q&A with the CrossRhodes, Raheem DeVaughn and Wes Felton, hosted by Konshens, the MC. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here. And we had a good time.
Boondocks theme song writer and performer, veteran educator, and last but not least, an overall dope MC. Please give a round of applause for Mr. Gabriel Asheru.
So I'm very excited to bring out the two talented brothers who we are going to be interviewing and having a Q&A with, Raheem DeVaughn and Felton, Wes Felton. I've worked with both of these brothers uniquely over the last maybe, I'd say 20 years. I mean, yeah, it's been a long time. And so without further ado, I want to bring out Raheem DeVaughn and Wes Felton of the CrossRhodes.
Back in the day, I was on this show called Teen Summit on BET, and I'll never remember, I was on there for 3 years, and I never forget the first year I was on there, and I found out that we get fan mail. So you gotta understand, I was this 15-year-old, 16-year-old kid, and I found out like, yo, you know, not only am I getting to meet these celebrities every Saturday and be on TV, but it's people I got fans, right? So that kind of, at that point, for the rest of my life, I had decided, well, it don't matter what I become or what happens to me after this point. I already at least know that I created some fans, right?
You know what I mean? I think that, you know, being an artist has been able to see both sides of the game, and the independent side and the major recording side. I can tell you flat out, like, really, it's like the cat is out the bag. The truth is, there is no music industry. Like, it don't exist. Like, getting signed or like, it's just a facade. You know what I'm saying? Like, the artists that are successful are the artists that are independent and function as independents, or are humble enough to like meet and greet with every fan and take a picture with you know, with whoever, and get out there. And mostly the main thing is, you know, support words is get out and grind. You know what I mean?
Ironically, my son, who I think is like my least favorite fan, because
you know, your kid,
he never gives me props.
They try to act like they're not excited.
I couldn't tell if it was a compliment or if he was clowning me, but he was like, yo, Dad, yo, I looked and you got like 30 records. He was like, yeah, you got like 30 records. And I was like, I couldn't tell if he was trying to be like a little wise ass or what, you know what I mean? Because then he went on to talk, and then he followed it up saying, so, you know, I was listening to that guy Anderson .Paak the other day, and you know, Dad, he does kind of what you and Raheem do, but you guys are old. I said, I knew it was too good to be true. But then on the flip side, what's been unique about Raheem and I's journey has been also, he and I both are children of jazz musicians, So there's always been kind of that birthright of the family business, but then also knowing and understanding the hindsight of the business of trying to take care of a family, trying to keep a woman, and trying to pay bills, and make your art and everything. So where, you know, when we went to London, you found out that people were like, they kind of were into us for a different reason. You know, in my instance, I remember one time we went to this club in London, and we were out there for a week or so, and we got to the door, and you know, while we're in the door, you know, you got one person that recognized Raheem, like, oh, you're Raheem from my people from Jazzy Jeff, and then, you know, then you'll have like some weird nerdy dude coming up like, hey, you're so, you know, you're like Hilton Felton's son, eh? You know, and to me, that was an example of every time we would go somewhere else, we would not only just be reminded the power of good music, but also just the two different kind of realities and experiences often that Raheem and I had. But the beauty of it is that collectively, it somehow draws kind of more people. It gets kind of more of a motley crew of people kind of involved, you know.
Yeah.
So,
My philosophy as artists, you know what I'm saying, we're here as humanitarians and you know, for the Q&A, and you know, we get into speaking engagements. We hope to, you know, tour and do this nationally and worldwide at different universities and colleges and whatnot. You know, starting in the fall once the album is out and whatnot. But my philosophy is nothing moves without the music. You know what I mean? As a musician, so definitely you know, play a couple of. I think they might want to hear a couple of vibes.
Yeah, we can play a couple, definitely. I think they would enjoy it. Let's do that.
But I mean, one thing about me too, like the record process, now that we are recording on a regular now, you know, we're going to continue to just record. So it doesn't stop with just this project, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we're not putting a date out there just yet, but you can expect a summertime release. The album will drop this summer. And with a gang of EPs and just, you know, treats and stuff to follow, man. You know, the creative process, it doesn't stop, you know what I mean? And I think, like, you know, what Doug touched on it earlier, it's about being prepared, you know what I mean? So I like to always have a catalog